Off studio.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I will be starting a series of Let's Plays over the next few videos. And this first Let's Play is going to be part of the series I'm going to start on some games from BSC Games, or Blind Software Corporation, as they stood for. This company was around for quite a while. BSC Games made several games back in the day, such as Troopinum 2, Classic Troopinum, Pipe 2 Blast Chamber, Classic Pipe, Hunter, as well as some other smaller games. This company was probably around for maybe 15 or so years, and they closed, I believe, in 2015. And when they closed, when they first closed, they offered a deal for you could purchase all of their products and all of their games for, I believe, I don't remember how much it was, maybe $30 or $40, or $50, which was a really good deal considering how many games and software products they had. But then when they closed, a lot of people were kind of upset because they couldn't take advantage of them anymore. They couldn't purchase the games anymore, and they thought that offering their games for money when they were closing their doors was kind of a rip-off, which I understood to a point. And so what ended up happening a little while after BSC Games closed, one of the main developers gave permission to host the games on other websites. So they're on the Audio Games Archive now, which is agarchive.net. And what the developer ended up doing is putting a mock code generator in a zip archive. And what this would do is you selected a product you wanted to register, you copied your product ID to the clipboard, and then you hit generate key button, and a product key would be generated and copied to your clipboard, and then you would just go back to the program's registration program and hit register, and your game would be registered. And so you no longer had to pay for it. The game I want to demonstrate in this video is Troopinum 2. Now, this is actually a sequel to Classic Troopinum. Was the first Troopinum game, which Classic Troopinum actually went through a few versions, which I will probably demonstrate at some point, but I'm doing Troopinum 2 first because Troopinum 2 is more involved, and I personally think it's more fun, because there's a lot more going on, and there's actually a boss level, which, believe it or not, this boss is actually very hard. It's, in fact, I would make a case to say that it's one of the hardest bosses I have played in audio games, and that's saying something, considering how old this game is. This game was, I believe, made in 2003, or it's either 03 or 08, one of the two. I think it was 03. But this boss is actually very hard, as you'll see when we get there, if we get there. I hope we do, because this game can be difficult. Now, a very important note I want to make about these games. All of the games which I will be demonstrating, with the possible exception of Hunter, these games will most likely not work on Windows 10 by default. The ideal thing to do would be to find a virtual machine and run these under something like Windows XP or whatever. Of course, you're going to have to deal with lag, because that's just what VMs do, and there's not really much of a way around that. These games most likely will not work on Windows 10 by default, but there is a couple of ways you can get around that. The Audio Games Archive has a fix that someone made for the BSC games under Windows 10, and you go to the archive. If you go to the BSC games section, there is a fix for Windows 10 heading, and you click on the link to download that, and it downloads in a zip file, and there's a file you can read, a README under there, that will tell you specific instructions on how to get these games to work. I don't know about it because I haven't done it, because I've actually been able to get these games to work another way, but from what I've heard, it does work in most cases. The second way you can get them to work is if you install the games in a folder other than program files, such as in your documents folder, and then you run them with the 7-zip file manager. For some reason, the games work if you do that, which is a little strange, but I have gotten them to work that way, and because that's what someone told me to do. Someone else that got it to work, that's what they told me to do. Failed to connect dialog. An unexpected error occurred when trying to connect to the server. Encoding error. That's what they told me to do, and that's how I got it to work. Now, troopinum, for some reason, I don't think I had to do anything with to get it to work. Troopinum 2. But Pipe 2 Blast Chamber, I did have to do the 7-zip thing, I think. If the games don't work, you might also want to try running them as administrator, because sometimes that will fix issues. Anyway, let's get into troopinum 2. Now, troopinum 2 is, as I said, a successor to classic troopinum, and both of these games are Space Invaders style games. The objective of troopinum 2 is to shoot down various spaceships that are trying to land on your on Earth or on your base. I believe if 4 ships land, you lose a life. The basic idea is that Lord Vector, who is the main antagonist of this game, he wants to take over the Earth, and so he's sending down all these spaceships that you have to shoot out of the sky. And Lord Vector is also the final boss of this game. So let's go ahead and load up the game here.
Videos row 1, Scott 1, Troopinum 2.0, Tone 1. Tone 2, TR20, Troop.eggs 11 of 16. App start cursor, Troopinum 2.0, normal cursor.
Troopinum, version 2.0. Copyright 2003 by Daniel Zingaro and Justin Baldemeyer. And BSC Games production.
Please select an option. Start game.
Okay, we are in the main menu. The first option is Start Game.
Speed round.
Speed round, which we will come back to in a little while.
Program settings.
Program settings, let's go into this.
Arrow to an option and press enter to adjust it. Speak hyperactive sides. Off.
So hyperactive sides is interesting because what that will do is if you hit the side of the screen as you're moving your ship around, your ship will bounce to the other side of the screen, so it makes it a little bit, it actually makes the game a little bit harder.
Speak background ambience. On.
This is background ambience just for the ambient noises in the game. I like to leave this on.
Background music. On.
This is background music, so if I press enter,
Off.
as you hear it is off.
On. Return to main menu. Hype off. Speak background. Auto back. Off.
I'm going to turn this music off for right now because of my my hearing impairment and how loud the music is. I can concentrate better with the music off because I don't believe. Well, let's see.
Return to main menu. All background music. On. Off.
I don't think you can turn the music down. I tried doing it with page up and page down, and it doesn't seem to want to work.
Auto activate special items. Off.
This last item is auto activate special items, and what that will do is when you switch to a item with your number keys, with the exception of a couple of items, the item will auto activate without you having to press a control key, because normally what you would do if this option is off, you would switch to an item and then press the control key to use it. I like to leave this off because I like to have control over the items I use, and also I tend to forget sometimes what number is associated with what item. So what can happen when this is on is I can accidentally press a number that I didn't mean to press and use the use an item I didn't mean to.
Return to main menu. Please select an option. Start game. View top 10 scores.
After program settings is view top 10 scores. This is your top 10 scores for the game.
Arrow to the regular ships. Use your 0 points. 0 points.
As you hear, we have no
Please view
scores.
post score to BSC games.
This will post your score to BSC games, which of course does not work anymore.
Learn game sounds.
Learn game sounds, we'll come back to this.
Test speaker orientation.
Let's run this.
Left. Right. If your speaker orientation is correct, press Y. Otherwise, press N.
If I were to press N here, it would actually swap your speakers around for you. But mine are correct, so I'm going to hit Y.
Speaker orientation saved. Please scroll post learn test quit game.
Finally, we have quit game. Let's go back up to learn game sounds.
Use your up and down arrow keys to hear the various sounds. Cruiser.
Okay, so that's a cruiser. This is one of the first, actually the first ship you come across as you're playing. These will just descend, and you have to target them and press the control key to shoot them. They only take one hit to destroy.
Cruiser destroyed. Lunar lifter.
So you probably notice these ships actually ascend. These won't damage your base if they reach the top of the screen or reach orbit, as it's called. But one of three things may happen when they reach orbit. Number one, you may lose points. Number two, you may lose one of your special items. And number three, a speed round will be launched where a whole bunch of ships will come down and you have to destroy them all. So I recommend shooting these things when you see them, even though they can't damage you, because consequences can result if they reach the top of the screen.
Lunar lifter destroyed. Lunar lifter reaches orbit.
So that's the sound you'll hear when it reaches orbit.
Enforcer.
So an enforcer, what they will do is they descend, and these actually take 2 hits to kill. However, when you shoot them the first time, they will teleport to a different location, and you've got to find them again, center them, and shoot them.
Enforcer hit, but not destroyed.
So that's what it sounds like when you hit them the first time.
Enforcer destroyed. Hovercraft.
Now that won't be a constant sound when you actually play the game, but the way hovercrafts work is they will hover in one location for a little while, and then they will descend, and as they descend, they will actually move to a different location. So they'll do it about 2 or 3 times, and then finally they'll land. So you want to pick them off before they can land. While dealing with, you want to also make sure they don't land. But you also want to try to hit them before they can move.
Hovercraft destroyed. Liquidator.
These ships are a pain. They're known as swaying ships. So they will sway back and forth. The catch, though, is that they can only be shot when you are in the center of the screen, or rather, when they are in the center of the screen. And to help you out with these ships, you have a center locator, which you can turn off and on by pressing L. But these are a real pain, especially if you have a liquidator and other ships. Other kinds of ships, because what can sometimes happen is they will cross the center of the screen, but like I said, you can only shoot them when they are in the center, and so what may happen is that they'll pass the center of the screen and never come back to the center, and at that point you basically can do nothing about it, because they've already passed through the center and they may not come back. So at that point, you'll just have to let them land.
Liquidator destroyed. Bomber.
So bombers will descend a little slower than regular ships. That sound you hear is faster, but they'll actually be slower in the when you play the actual game. Bombers take many hits to destroy, probably like 15 or 20, and when you destroy a bomber, in most levels there is a there's at least one bomber on level 4, 2 on level 8, probably 2 or 3 on level 12. So there's one at least every 4 levels, with the exception of something which I'll get to later. But the thing about bombers is that when there's usually one on level 4, as I said, and when you destroy that one, the level's automatically over. So
Bomber destroyed. Gorbian cruiser.
So something new in troopinum 2 are Gorbian ships. These Gorbian ships act like the cruisers, lunar lifters, hovercrafts, enforcers, and liquidators that you saw earlier. However, the thing about Gorbian ships is that you will have to target them horizontally and vertically. So you'll have to target them going left and right, and then you'll also have to target them going up and down. So these are a pain to deal with.
Gorbian pod. Gorbian infiltrator. Gorbian destroyer. Gorbian fleet ship.
Those in particular are a real pain, because those are like the liquidators, but you also have to be mindful that you have to target them horizontally and vertically. But not only that, as I stated earlier, you can only shoot them when they're in the center of the screen.
Ship has landed.
So you don't want that to happen.
Ship centered.
Okay.
Gorbian ship centered.
So it's targeted horizontally, and now it's targeted vertically. So it's kind of giving us a demonstration of how centering ships works, and then shooting them.
Next level reached. Warp to previous level. At edge of screen. Special item being dropped. Special item has been obtained.
Now, one thing I will mention with special items is that in Gorbian levels, the same thing applies as applies to Gorbian ships. Special items you also have to target the same way.
Cancel use of special item. No special items available. Special item centered. Super laser.
So now we get into special items. The super laser will let you target ships from a farther distance away. So not necessarily when they are when they're centered. So the super laser is nice to have.
Smart bomb.
The smart bomb will destroy all ships currently on the screen.
Portal.
The portal will either warp you to the next level or previous level. So you can use it if you're in a fix to get out of one, but it can also get you into one.
Nuke.
The nuke will destroy any previously landed ships and start you with a fresh base, basically.
Rifle.
The rifle I don't use very much because the rifle you can shoot ships to get more points. The problem with the rifle is that these ships have to be lower down before you can hit them. They have to be lower, and that can be a problem, especially on higher levels. But I think they give you like I think the rifle gives you like 4 times the amount of points you would otherwise get for shooting a ship. But I don't use it a lot.
Moonrock shield.
So that's a Moonrock shield. I will discuss Moonrocks when we come to them.
Moonrock.
So there's a Moonrock. Moonrocks will occasionally appear on the screen, and you've got to press either the alt right or left arrows to shoot them. They can take maybe 2 or 3 hits to destroy. If you run into a Moonrock, it won't do damage, but it will disable your weapon for maybe 5 or so seconds, maybe longer, and that can be a real problem.
Crash into Moonrock.
Yeah, you don't want that to happen. So the Moonrock shield, as you saw earlier, will protect you from a Moonrock if you crash into it. However, I would still recommend destroying them when you can, because they can be really problematic.
Return to main menu.
And that is all of these sounds. There are a few more, which I will describe when we come to them. So the basic keys you need to know. The control key will fire your weapon. By default you have a, I believe it's like a laser gun or something. 1 through, let's see, I believe 1 through 5 or 6 will switch between special items when they are available. The enter key will tell you how many ships have landed, as well as how many lives you have remaining. Does the spacebar do anything?
Please select an option. Start arrow to the easy.
Oh, the spacebar will also act as the enter key, so you can press the spacebar. The
normal.
Up and down arrows will move between options, as well as in Gorbian levels, target these ships vertically.
Please start speed round.
So something else I want to show you. Let me hit Control B.
Wider. Widest. Normal sized game board.
This will actually make the game board wider. This isn't something that's documented in the documentation, but I found out by listening to a podcast on this game a really long time ago that you can actually do that, and this will actually make the game more difficult because you have a wider game board to work with. And so let's go ahead and start the game. Oh, P will pause the game, escape will exit the game.
Program speed round. Start game. Arrow to the desired difficulty, then press enter. Easy.
Alright, so we have easy, normal,
insane,
and insane.
Normal, easy.
Let's go to easy.
Please select a mission. Walk in space.
Now something cool about this game, as opposed to classic troopinum, normally in classic troopinum when you pick a difficulty the game will just start, but there are different missions to choose from.
Walk in space.
Walk in space is probably I would say the second easiest mission. It's a comfortable mission to play on. It'll give you a dose of pretty much everything you can find in the game.
Resurrection.
Resurrection is interesting because you start at level 15 and you work your way backwards to level 1, and then level 16 is the last level you'll play, which will be the boss level. So it actually goes from harder to easier. So the assumption being that when you are resurrected, it gets easier to do stuff. Hence why it's called Resurrection. This is one of the harder missions.
Gorbian Revenge.
Gorbian Revenge, this will, pretty much all of the levels are Gorbian levels, with the exception of a few, probably. I don't play this mission a lot because I like the Gorbian concept, but they're hard. They're not fun.
Bomber Madness.
If you like bombers, this is the mission you should play. Bomber Madness, there's a bomber in basically, at least one bomber in basically every level, and those bombers will increase in quantity as you play.
Half and half.
Half and half. This is half, so 6 levels will be Gorbian levels and 6 levels will be normal levels, and then the last 3 levels will be normal, because there's 16 levels in total, 15 normal levels and then 1 boss level. The thing about this mission is that when you play, you might have the first 6 levels be Gorbian levels, and then when you play again, you might have the first 6 levels be normal levels. So it just randomizes.
Baby Black Hole.
Baby Black Hole is the easiest mission you can play on. It restricts some ships that will from appearing, such as, I believe there are no moon rocks in this level, or in this mission, I mean, and it may restrict stuff like liquidators and stuff from appearing. I'm not too familiar with this mission because I think I haven't played it. If I have, I've only played it like once.
Random.
And random will just choose a random mission. I think I want to go ahead and play on
Half Bomber Gorbian Walk-ins Resurrection.
I think I actually am going to go ahead and play on Resurrection, just to show you how hard this game can get. So, again, it'll start out hard and get easier.
Do you humans think you can take on my fleet and my empire? Find out. Now.
Okay, let me move away from this window for a minute. So, this is level 1, however, it's level 15, technically. Now, this level, I happen to know what this level will be. This will be a bunch of liquidators. That's basically all you'll see in this level, as well as moon rocks. There's going to be a few moon rocks, at least, in this level. So, in order to be prepared, I'm going to turn on my center locator by pressing L. And let's press P to unpause. Oh, crap. So you hear that clicking noise. That means I'm in the center. Yeah, that wasn't good.
You know what? I'm gonna
do this over because
try again.
I wasn't really prepared.
Are you certain you want to quit the game? Press enter to quit the game, or any other key to resume playing.
I'm going to start this over because I really don't want to lose a life at this point. This game, you want to have as many lives as you possibly can for the boss level. So
try again.
I'm going to start this again.
Game over.
Because I wasn't really
Your final score is
paying full attention.
15,290 points. Please start our ease. Norm E. Please walk-ins resurrect.
Okay.
On. 36,195 points. Wave 2.
Super laser. Super laser. About to die.
That wasn't good.
Try again.
$74,360 points.
Okay.
Wave 3. Two ships landed. 2 lives remaining. $101,425 points. Wave 4.
Okay. You know what?
Try again.
Are you certain you want to quit? Are you?
I think
Try again.
I'm gonna play on Walk in Space because
Game over.
I've already lost
Your
2
final score
lives.
is
Which is not good.
100,880 points. Please start arrow easy. Please walk in space.
But that's how hard the game gets, and that's only on easy.
Let's walk in space.
So I'm just gonna do Walk in Space here. Yeah, that's much better.
5,000 points. Wave 2.
has got points.
$43,985 points. Wave 3. 70,000 points. $127,085 points. Wave 4.
You do lose points by missing, by the way. Not shooting ships in the right, or missing ships, like for your accuracy. There was a bomber there.
385 points. Bonus round. Guide your ship to the docking station in the center of the screen and dock it for extra points. 1-5. Landing successful. 18,000 points.
Extra life.
That's a bug.
171,385 points. Wave 5.
There's a bug.
I'm surprised you've lasted this long, human. You're doing much better, but still not good enough to win.
Hold on, I'll explain
Aren't
what
you getting tired?
that was about.
Gorbian level.
So basically what happened there is I entered a bonus round. There's a bonus round every... there's a bonus round after level 4 and also after level 8, and they're different. In level 4, after the bonus round in level... or the bonus round after level 4, rather, you have to guide your ship to the docking station and land it for extra points. And so what will happen is it'll play a beeping indicator when this ship's in the center of the screen, which is where you want to keep it. And you press the up arrow rapidly to keep your ship. You want to try and keep it in the air for as long as possible, because the longer you keep it in the air, the more points you get. You also want to keep it centered, because if you don't, you will crash. It's important that if your ship is not in the center of the screen, you only want to press the left arrow or right arrow like a couple times, at most probably 3 times, because if you press it too much, your ship's going to go crazy and bounce all over the place, and that will most certainly crash you. Now what happened there is I was trying to pause the game so I could explain this to you, but I remembered that I couldn't pause the game in the middle of the bonus round, and for some reason a key that I pressed made the ship land that really quickly, which is something I've never seen before. It's obviously a bug, because the bonus round is supposed to take longer than that. But I'll take 18,000 points, and if you land your ship successfully, you also get an extra life, which is really nice because we need those. So now, as you hear, we are in a Gorbian level.
Troopinum 2.0.
So that means it's targeted horizontally, the beeping sped up, and vertically. There we go. Now, that buzzing noise means that I've hit the top or bottom of the board.
$185,685 points. Wave 6.
So we're starting to see enforcers.
201,080 points. Wave 7. $226,470 points. Wave 8. 293,550 points. Bonus round. Shoot 4 sets of ships for a special item. 1.
Alright.
Troopinum.
So the way this bonus round works is, as you heard it say, you need to shoot 4 sets of ships for a special item. So you start with 1 ship of each kind, and once you're through that wave, there'll be 2 ships of each kind, 3, 4, and so on. So as you hear, I think the first ship is a liquidator that we have to deal with. So I'm going to turn on my
Troopinum 2.0
center locator. Uh-oh. Come on, come back. Come back. So... That's too bad.
323.
So I didn't get my special item.
550 points.
That's a little different. That's a little different depending on what difficulty you're playing on.
Human, you are really starting to annoy me. You will soon meet your maker.
You just have to shoot 4 sets of ships for a special item. On normal and insane, it's a little different. Look like something other than a rifle.
$354,535 points. Wave 10. 1,805 points. Wave 9.
Human, you are really starting to annoy me. You will soon meet your maker. Gorbian level.
Ground nuke.
I'm going to use my ground nuke, so now we have a space to work with.
Zero ships landed. 4 miles. $394,760 points. Wave 10.
Yep, see, that is why you do not let those learner lifters
Try again.
reach orbit.
$460,925 points. Wave 11.
reinforced.
Good. So the base reinforcer increases the number of ships that can land.
438,065 points. Wave 12.
I'm not as good at this game as I used to be. Man.
507,075 points. Wave 13.
I wish I had a ground nuke right now.
Wave 14.
Okay.
Smart bomb.
See, I crashed into that moon rock. That's why I couldn't do anything.
Try again.
How many lives do I have?
0 ships landed. 1 life remaining.
Well,
648,000.
I don't know if we're going to do this.
Points. Wave 15.
Because, yeah, I don't know if we can do this because I only have 1 life left, and level 16 is crazy. What I may have to do is upload this video and then come back with another part where I demonstrate the boss level, because this is not going well. And this is only on easy. This is how hard the game can get, and with my hearing loss, it's worse. It's worse for me than it is for, I think, other people. So
troopinum.
Super laser. Super laser. Smart bomb. Smart bomb.
Yep. See, that's the problem, is when you go over to get a special item,
Try again.
you might miss the
Game over.
liquidators.
Your final score is 670,090 points. Please select an option. Start game.
Well, that is troopinum 2. I will be back because I do want to demonstrate the boss level, but
Troopinum 2 off studio. Stop recording checkbox checked.
in order for me to do that, I need to play the game again, and I don't want to go through it all again on this video because this video will get it'll get long, and in order to avoid it being too long, I think I'm just going to upload this and then upload a separate part where I demonstrate the boss level. So I will be back for that.
Stop. Yes button.